Okay.
There we go.
Yep.
Welcome to another edition of Interruptions. I'm your host, Otis Smith. Today, I got family on the show. I got my best
Yeah.
brother. You know him from songs like Hope, Where's the Party At? I Gotta Be, He Can't Love You,
I'm
and
telling you.
Keys to the Range. My little brother, everybody knows him, Richard Wingo from the group Jagged Edge. How's it
What
going,
up,
man?
man? Everything's good, man. What up, oh? See,
Man,
a
they
lot
said,
of a
yeah,
lot of people, a lot of people don't know, man. Hey, man, this dude raised me, man.
hey, man, you straight family, man. We
No
straight family.
doubt, no
Matter
doubt.
of fact, me, LeVars, Keith, uh,
Yep.
last time I talked to Dre, we all talk about how it was about like seven of us
I'm telling you.
hanging out every weekend.
I'm telling you. I'm telling you, man. Hey, man, they were the good old days, man.
Before, before we get started, let me ask, how's our mom and dad?
Man, mom and dad is really good, man. They over there just chilling, man. They just living life now. Both are retired and just chilling, man, relaxing, man.
Okay, good, good,
That's
good,
it.
good.
Yes, sir.
My first question I wanted to ask you was, knowing you all these years, and we were singing in the, the church choir and
Right,
everything, hanging
right.
out.
Mm-hmm.
What was that process like for you? Trying to pursue your dreams, right? Because
Right.
I know sometimes, man, I know how the church can be. You
Oh
know,
yeah.
you trying to pursue your dreams. Being an R&B artist, and everybody, oh, he done left the church. Oh, So how was that process? You trying to chase your dream?
I mean, it was first thing I wanted to graduate from high school first. You know what I
Right.
mean? It was like, but by me, I actually started going to Tri Cities High School of Performing Arts my 11th grade year.
Okay.
And what happened was that really just made me like I was already in love with music and love with singing. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Especially from the choirs and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? I was in love with singing and doing all that. You know what I mean? Just by
Right.
singing in a few different choirs and all that. But by, by going to Tri Cities School of Performing Arts,
Mm.
it gave me a different love of because I had to perform the show choir tunes. I was in this show choir like Broadway tunes.
Okay.
I was in the classical choir. They also
Okay.
had a gospel choir, but they called the Tritones. You know, I
That's
was
right.
in that. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? And then I was in like a little quartet type group or whatever, group called Four Shades Deep. So I was covering all angles, man. And again, I always tell, you know, up and coming artists or just people who just have a dream about doing something like that. Like,
Uh-huh.
surround yourself with it. You know what I mean? And that's
Okay.
just basically what I tried to do. I tried to surround myself with all the music in the world, man. You know what I mean? Like I didn't want to just sing gospel or say I wanted to sing everything, jazz, blues, this, you know what I mean?
Gotcha.
So I fell in love with actual music in general, singing in
Jim.
general. Right. And it helped me out a lot, man. It really, really did. It really helped me out a lot.
Now, see, that's amazing because the reason I say that because that I didn't know about you, far as the different types of music that you were studying.
Right, right.
And so that's one of the reasons we named the show Interruption is because we want to interrupt that thought process of what people think who, like in this case, who Richard Wingo is,
Right.
thinking that they know everything there is to know about, and there's some pieces that
Yeah,
people
man.
probably people probably don't know.
Show don't tell you now.
So, I knowing you, and I knew you had already you had already knew Kyle,
Right,
and
right, right.
and so when they were bringing you in for the group, you messing with the other the twins,
Right,
right?
right.
How was that? What was that process like with them already had three? Well, they had Al, then
Right,
Al
right,
left,
right, right.
and
I left
then
the group.
and then in comes you, and
Yeah.
so what's that process like for you trying to fit in with the other two guys? Because I knew you already knew Kyle.
Right. Well, I mean, what happened was Cal actually asked me to be in their group when I was still in high school, like 11th grade. But again, well, if you know Atlanta, whatever, I'm from the south side of Atlanta, College Park,
Right.
and all of the other guys that live on the east side of Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? And it would have just been. I didn't want to overcommit myself. If I wanted to be able to give 100%. You know what I mean? But I was trying to graduate, this and that, and the other.
Right.
So I kind of declined because, like I said, if I can't give 100%, then there's no need for me to be a part.
Yes.
You know. So but it was crazy because after I graduated, you know, I was going around singing with Q because I turned 112 and Q and 112 on to some guys from out of College Park named Kevin Wells and Courtney Seals.
Right.
And that's kind of how they got their situation. And I seen them at a talent show, Westlake High School talent show. And yeah, you know, and I turned them on. So, you know, I guess in return, you know, Kevin called me down to because him and Dallas Austin, all of them went to school together. So him and Dad, they were like best friends. And so he called me down to Dallas Austin's office one day, and he had Brandon Bryan and Kylo sitting in there. And it's crazy. They were sitting in there, and I was like, wow, man. Look, I mean, just look how, you know, man, look how, man, God just does things like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And,
organically.
Exactly, organically. And I came in the room and they asked me to sing some. I sung a little Luther Vandross, whatever. And they were like, cool. You know, Brian still say to this day, he ain't like the song choice, but he was like, man, that man look just like Kyle. Like, you know what I mean? We could have did like, you know, like two sets of twins. You know what I mean? Because everybody thought me and Kyle was brothers anyway. You know what I mean? Like, so I mean, but again, like it was just a perfect marriage, man. And you know, we started rehearsing from there, and you know, off to the races. And actually, we did a little demo. We did like a 4-song demo. And me and Candy, because you know, me and Candy graduated from the same class, class of 94, Tri-Cities, whatever. And Candy Escape was already off and rocking. And
correct.
You know, Candy had to actually fly in because they were out doing shows. She had to fly in to graduate and had to fly back out that night because they had a concert that night. I was like, I want to do that. So, but you know, me and Candy still stayed in touch because I had an apartment or whatever right around the corner from where she stayed. And you know, we used to hang out a lot. You know, I hang out with her friends and stuff. You know, some older friends from school and stuff. We were still kicking it. And like I say, once we did the demo, I was really just letting her hear it, letting her put her ears on it so she can kind of critique it and let me know what we need to do right. You know, if we need to do something else or this and that and that. Right. Man, she fell in love with that thing. She fell in love. She was like, I want to manage y'all.
Wow. Wow.
And she took it straight to JD. So yeah, it was on from there.
Now, and see, that's amazing. What people don't understand about you is that you've been around. You can tell this is what you're supposed to be doing because look at the people musically,
right,
that you've been around. Right, you know, Candy, Byron Cage,
right.
Daryl Coley.
Yeah,
you know,
and again, it started then. Otis, it started when in the choir. That was the grooming process for me. You know what I mean? And I just got to see a lot early. My parents let her, you know, I mean, come on, man. You know, we should do 2 or 3 concerts on Sunday, man. And I mean, we're in all the churches in Atlanta because we were one of the premier young adult choirs in Atlanta. So they're gonna have us at majority of the concerts.
Correct.
Anyway. So I mean, again, it's just from John Askew to Maurice Cole.
Oh man, man, a lot of people don't know, boy. John Askew was
he was a beast, man. He was a beast, man. Yes, 7-4, right.
7-4.
Right.
I remember.
Yeah, man. So again, like, you know, like I just felt all those, and then like, you know, my mom let me go to the I joined the Atlanta chapter. I joined with Dirk was the director, and she let me travel with him. You know what I mean? So like the James Cleveland Gospel Music Workshop of America. I went to like 3 or 4 of them, man. One in New Orleans one year, was in DC, a couple more places, man. And again, that gave me, you know, experience, man. Just to, you know, like, I would meet Hezekiah Walker and all these guys. That's before the Stellar Awards and all that. I mean, it was, you know, so I got to witness a lot at a young age. You know what I mean? And again, it groomed me. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I never got a chance to apologize to you, but I want to apologize that you used to sit in my car on the passenger side, but my driver's side didn't have no window. So you used to be cold. So I appreciate, I just want to apologize.
Hey man, I was just happy to be riding my big bro, man. Like
Hey,
shit.
I apologize. You had to keep the choir robe on because you were cold. You know what I'm saying?
Man, those were some good old days, though,
Oh yeah,
man.
man.
Wow, man. Real talk.
So when you guys first came out, and you don't know this, but your first album, my wife and I got married to the song.
For
Gotta be.
real? Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah.
That's what's up, man.
27 years ago. You don't realize how old that song is.
That's what I'm trying to tell you, right?
I've been
Real
married
talk.
20 years.
20 years. Yep, sure is.
Yeah.
Wow, that's
So
crazy,
we got married to that song.
Oh,
And
that's
so
what's up.
when you guys went from that album, the first album.
Right.
Let me ask you this: not so much how did you feel the first album, but what was it like? Because I know we were here in Atlanta excited, but what was it like when you guys went on Arsenio Hall?
Oh man, it was like, hey man, I think we might have made it, y'all. Like, I mean, again, it's, and it just took it for a while for me. I still didn't believe I had a record deal because again, I'm just used to I just wanted to sing, man. You know what I'm saying?
Correct.
Like, and I always tell like up and coming artists, newer artists or whatever, or aspiring artists. I always tell them like if you wouldn't do it for free, don't do it. You see what I'm saying? Like at the end of the day, this is something that I did for years for free. Like I don't like, you know what I'm saying? Like because I love singing. You see what I'm
Right.
saying? And at the end of the day, that's just what it is for me. But yeah, man, like we did our City Hall, Jay Leno, all them big shows, man. It was like, man, I think we've
That was funny. That was funny because y'all hadn't even peaked yet. Y'all was still
right,
rising at the time, and like
right.
who will watch this? Let me clarify something. This was the first Arsenio Hall show, not the second.
Right.
This,
Fact.
and I know it had to be big for y'all for going from being in high school, staying up late night trying to see who was on Arsenio Hall.
Right.
Now,
Yep.
hey man, we are Arsenio
We
Hall.
own it, man. Like, yeah, like, but again, like I say, it's just God is awesome, man. Like he allowed us to just see so much, and I like our grind. I like we just put out our 10th album, like last week. So for all the fans that don't know, we have 10 studio albums,
Yep.
and
that's my backdrop.
Right, no doubt, exactly. I see me over there on the couch. But yeah, man, yeah, I just I like our grind because our first album, one single, we sold 500,000 records, and in this business, that's staying power. You know what I mean? And
Right.
the second album we jumped off and went crazy. We did like 3 million initially. You know what I mean? But none of those was like and not to say that doing 10 million and 12 and 13 million, whatever, diamonds and all that isn't good, but it's like how do you grow from that? You know what I mean? Like a person that comes out and sells 8 or 9 million records, their first project. What if you do anything lesser than that, again, like it's considered a failure.
Yeah, you fell
see
off.
What I'm saying?
Yeah.
So ultimately, I like each album just like growing, and it taught us how to grind. We did a bunch of free shows between the first and second album, like man. So then we started getting paid for promos dates because the work was put in. We were sharing rooms, you know what I'm saying? Like we'll get 2 hotel rooms, me and Brian in one, Kyle and Brandon in the other. You know what I mean? So again, we were doing as much as we could to cut costs and just to learn, man, just to learn, learn a lot about this business. You know what I mean? And we did, we learned a lot. You know what I mean? We made some mistakes along the way, but I mean, they wasn't detrimental to our career.
Talk to me about what was it like? Because I always find this interesting. What was it like when you're cool with certain groups, right? You're cool with them, but the media is trying to, it couldn't be, how like
Yep,
it can't
yep,
be
yep.
Jagged Edge is a good group, 112 is a good group, Drew Hill's a good group. It was always who's the best. Like
Right,
it's trying like
right.
you're trying to tear down one group to put up another. What was that like for you where you're cool with everybody. You guys are cool with everybody, but
Right, right,
I mean, there's nothing wrong with competition. But
right.
what was that like for you guys trying to say, hey man, we cool with them, man? Why y'all trying to pin us against
Well,
them?
well. I mean, just like they say, drama sells. You know what I
Right,
mean? Like
right,
people buy into that stuff. Just like
right.
they say, sex sells, drama sells. That's why
Mhm.
that's why when the reality shows started. I mean, you know what I'm saying, that was a big hit because drama, people
Yeah,
fighting and acting a nut.
yeah,
People buy into that. But for me, it has always been a friendly competition. And
right.
that's just how I look at it. It's almost like singing in the choir. We always tell that, like, man, let me tell you something. Kyle still tell this same story to this day.
What Cal lying about?
Man, listen, man. Back when New Birth was just a chapel, the small church. Then before they
Yeah,
built the big church
yeah,
beside the small
yeah,
on Snap Finger, right?
yeah, yeah.
And we came over there and we had a concert.
Right,
And remember we saw I Can't Tell It All, and we had all
right.
the moves and stuff. The little
Yeah, yeah, yeah. What
Cal
guy?
said, Cal said he got in the car. Excuse me. He got in the car with his mom. They were leaving church
Uh, uh,
after the concert. And Cal was like, man, damn, man, they beat us tonight. Cal's mom almost slapped him like, be who? Boy, you singing for the Lord. This ain't no competition. Cal still tells that story till this day, man. And I mean, it's just funny because it's a friendly competition. When we get on stage,
right.
like a lot of people don't know me and Q from 112 lived together. Like for a year, like I'm going almost 2 years. He
Well,
had
I
bought a
knew
house. He had bought a house and he wanted me to come, whatever. He ain't charge me no rent or nothing. I was like, shit, can't wait. All right, I'm on the way. And what was so crazy was they were on tour a lot, so like I wouldn't even see him. You know what I mean? Like,
right because they were already out. Yeah,
they were already out. Yep. So it's just funny, man. But like, yeah, like me and Q, man, I was just over his house the other week. Like, that's my brother for life. But they always have tried to pit Jagged Edge and 112 against each other. And again, like I said again, I always tell people, especially in interviews and all that stuff, like, you know, we cool and I mean, you know what I'm saying? We have fun. We talk on the phone and all that, but when we hit that stage, it's war.
it's different.
It's
Gotcha.
war. You see what I'm saying? Because I do want to be the best in what I do. You know what I
Right.
mean? So and everybody else should feel that same way. You know what I mean? But after the music stops, after we get off stage, we back dapping each other up, and you know what I'm
And I
saying?
used to tell people that all the time. I said, man, I'm going over Richard House a couple of times, and Q from 112 was there. So I
Yep,
already
yep, yep.
I knew
Like,
that.
like, yeah, we was
Yeah,
hanging, man. We were partners, man. I mean,
yeah.
we still is to this day, but I'm just saying, like, but they always try to pit, guys against each other, And again, it's a friendly competition, and ain't whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. What was what was it like being in the group, you guys are experiencing, success, and to everybody else, next thing you know, Richard got married.
I'm
so,
telling you.
so how was that trying to juggle? Because I know for me now, of course, I wasn't in the limelight like yourself, but when you never been married and you getting married, it's
Right,
like
right,
it's
right.
foreign.
I
But then
mean, oh, I'm sorry. Go
no,
ahead.
no, no. Go ahead, go. So how was that? You trying to make that transition, being in a group, but being married at the same time.
I mean, it's just being responsible. You know what I
Okay,
mean? It's just being responsible. When I was single, I was single. You see what I'm
right,
saying? And I did single things. You know what I
right,
mean? But I was one that would never take on a relationship for a long period of time because again, I enjoyed being single. I wasn't ready, what I'm saying, for that. But and once I was ready, I called and got my dad blessing, and it was on because what I'm saying, mom and pop been married 50 years. So I know it works. Yeah, 50 years, man. And they only known each other 6 months.
What?
Yeah. They all known each other 6 months and got married, bro. Been married 50 years. So I know it works. You know what I mean? It's just when, you know, whenever you feel like you're ready. And who's ever, like, people always ask, like, man, when did you know you was ready? I'm like, shoot, man, like, man, to be honest with you, but I'm saying you're never really ready. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you're never really like, nobody knows what marriage entails. You know what I'm saying? Unless you're in it and doing it. You know what I mean? Like you've seen other people's relationships, but again, until you have your own, it's just that. And it's some of the hardest work I've ever had in my life. But guess what? It's well worth it. It's well worth it. You know what I'm saying? Like, me and my wife, we growing together. You see what I'm saying? And you know, it is what it is. My daddy had already told me, though, like, it ain't gonna need ease up to like after the first 10, 15 years, because you gotta understand, each one of you guys are trying to keep some of your independence. You know what I mean? But in a marriage, you know what I mean? Like, you work together, and I get it. I totally get it, man. You know, we grow up to be independent and to be, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, take care of ourselves. You know what I mean? So again, yeah. Marriage is different. I mean, you know what I'm saying? But like I say, I wouldn't change it for nothing in the world.
I tell you what. Now the part where I envy you is by you being in a group and singing and people knowing who you are. I tell my girls all the time. I say, you know, I used to be somebody. You know, Daddy used to be somebody. I said, I'm fooling around, got married, had y'all, and I'm just knowing y'all daddy now. Like, don't nobody.
That is what happens. That is what happens.
So okay, so now that you're married and your career, you guys are doing well. Like I said, you had the ebb and flows, of Jagged Edge, up and down, just like life, like anything, anything else. What inspires Richard Wingo? What keeps you going?
The love for music, just singing, seeing new talent, seeing all these, just the Sunday's best, and what I mean, just seeing all of these different singers, and you know what I mean. Like, I just love being around it. And the process of not well, no, let me say the process of creating a song from
Okay.
scratch, and seeing the end result. I mean, that's what keeps me going. The grind never stops, man.
Okay.
I'm gonna sing until I can't no more, and that's just what I mean, the grind, it keeps me going. Like, I ain't never satisfied. You can never make too much money, baby.
Oh no, you can't never make that now.
I'm telling you.
What if you have one? If you have one, what I don't want to say what's your favorite Jagged Edge song, but what's the song you like to sing a lot that you guys have created?
Man, Promise. All the smacks, man. Promise. Good Luck Charm. And again, like, it's certain songs that's gonna give you that's gonna give you a really, really crazy reaction in your shows, man. And yeah, those babies, boy, they all walked out of heaven, and I love it.
I tell you what,
because soon as the record come on, people already know what it is. You know what
people
I mean?
already know what it is.
Yeah.
I have two favorite. I'm talking about favorite Jagged Edge song. One is Seasons.
Wow.
And you turned me on to that. Remember, I was doing an autograph session at Chick-fil-A or Wesley Chapel. You came through and you said, "Hey man, we just did this joint with John Legend."
Yes, man.
So
seasons change. My goodness.
Seasons change, and actually Hope.
Oh yeah. Cause we all need it. We all need hope, baby.
Hope.
I'm telling you.
Oh.
But another favorite of mine is Goodbye. And the reason this song is special to me because first and foremost, we were supposed to shoot it September 11th when the planes hit when the planes hit 2000 or which kind of when the planes hit the towers in New York. Yeah. Not 9/11. We was supposed to shoot that. And actually, I saw the second plane hit like I because we was on LA time, so we was already up. You know what I'm saying? We was getting ready. We had to be at the video shoot at like 8 in the morning. It was like somewhere in the valley and about an hour away from where we were staying. So we was already up and getting ready. And man, let me tell you something. It was crazy. I saw the second plane hit, and I just dropped to my knees, man. And the song is special because Forrest Whitaker directed it. That's the only video that's the only video he's ever directed. He directed that video. We had Barry Pepper from Saving Private Ryan in it or whatever, acting in it, or whatever. He was playing the boy. And it was,
I remember that video. I remember that.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
So we ended up having to shooting it on September 12th. And it was just like I said, it was a somber shoot, man. Just because of all the stuff that had happened, you know what I mean. And like I say, we were in LA, we couldn't get no flights, so we had to take the bus home from LA.
Well,
Two months, yeah.
Well, this was crazy. I was supposed to fly to LA.
For real?
Yeah, I had to check this out. Do you remember it was a new sports show that just started called The Best Damn Sports Show?
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh. I had been working with an agent and I got Terrell Owens on that show.
Wow.
And I was supposed to fly out that day. But what kept your brother from flying is it was gonna be my first time flying. I was scared and I wasn't gonna fly by myself. So
I'm
so
telling you, that's crazy.
but what's so funny is if you remember most of those planes that crashed was supposed to be heading to LA.
Yep. Sure was.
So you know, we have to thank God. But it was funny. I didn't even know you was in LA at the time.
Well, we were in that. We were supposed to shoot that video that day, man. And again, like I say, it was just a somber shoot, man. But I've seen a lot in this business. Like I was there the night Biggie. Like we had just hollered at Biggie. That was my first time meeting Biggie the night he got killed. Like we was at the party. Yeah, we were at the place. It was a Quincy Jones and Tango Ray party, and we had just went over and spoke to him. He was sitting down. He had a little bottle of a bottle of champagne, Dom Perignon, sitting on the table, and we just chopped, just hollered at him, man. Big, we love you, man. Man, we're big fan and all that. He was like, man, appreciate it, man. You know what I'm saying, dude? He left that party and got and died from that party. That's crazy.
That's crazy.
But it's like I've been blessed to just see a lot, man, in this business, man. Like for real. And we had to shoot a video the next day for that. Well, we were invited to a video. JD had produced Sleeping in My Bed remix with Drew Hill. And they were shooting the video the next day. And it was just another somber, you know what I mean? Like
yeah,
that
was
man.
stuff.
Yeah, man. It was a lot, man. So again, I've seen a lot in this business, man. Real talk. But you know, God has blessed us to still be here, still be around, you know.
My last question for you is, by you been in this business as long as you have and the success you guys have, what do you think is the most misconception of being in the music industry? That if I was trying to get in it, what would be the thing that you would tell me that what I think the music industry is, it's not?
That is easy.
Okay.
That is easy. I mean, like it's really it's work. You have to keep reinventing yourself. You have to, you know what I mean? You have to stay on your toe and learn as much as you can. Because like again, the business of music is what turns people off. You know, like we're just talented. We just like it's certain artists that just want to get in and just sing. They don't want to be about it. You know, that's why they hire people. But you have to be on top of your business as well. And I've known like a certain artists, some artists that wanted to quit after their first album because they just wanted to sing or do their craft. And people tell them, well, you got to lose weight, you got to do this, you got to do that, you can't look this certain way, you can't, you know what I mean? And it's just again, learn the business of it. You know what I mean? Like the business, and again, it's the work is not easy, bro. I mean, like we might do promo, we might have, and man, we might have 3 or 4 radio stations to go to in a day, have a party that night, have to wake back up and be at another radio station 7, 6 o'clock in the morning, do the early morning show again, and these 4 or 5 straight grind days. You know what I mean?
Right.
And like it's just not it's not what you it's not all glitz and glamour. You know what I mean? Like it's a lot of work. Yeah, it's a lot of work that's being done behind the scenes, man. A lot of interviews, man. I mean, we've been put man just shoved in the room us four and might have to do 60 interviews in a day. You see what I'm saying? Like, and each and they have to keep each interviewer at like 5 or 6, 7 minutes. You know what I mean? Because like I mean, because they just back to back to back to back to back all day long. You know what I mean? They order food and send it in there, but I mean, you doing interviews all day. You answering the same questions, bro. You know what I mean?
The same questions.
Yeah. So you get good. You get good with answering the questions. And again, it's just it like I said, it's just not all glitz and glamour, man. It's really a lot of work being put in behind the scenes. You know what I mean? So and that comes with even doing shows and all that. A lot of rehearsals. You know what I mean? Like and you just have to be on it, man. You just have to be attentive and be ready to work. You know what I mean? It can't be no distractions, man. Because again, you know.
Well, man. Listen, I am proud of the man that you've become.
Thank you, O. Man, you did this, man. You did this bit, bro.
Now, hey, we gonna let Pop take credit. We gonna let Mom and Pop, because I don't want to get hurt. I don't want to get hurt.
I'm telling Pop's crazy over there too.
Because listen. I remember I called you one time, and you weren't. No. I called to ask for your number. And Mom said, "Oh, so you're not going to even say hello, nothing?" And I was like, "Oh, I'm sorry. Where's my manners?" And so, and it was good. I saw her at Harvard's ongoing.
Yeah. Because I couldn't make it, and I'm glad they went to represent it for me.
Yeah, she was there. Mama McCoy was there.
Oh, good stuff.
So I was Lavo was there. So
That's
Mark, so not just them, but it was a lot of young voices. Matter of fact, it was a young voices reunion, man.
I can believe it, man. I would have loved to see that, man.
Man, I saw Carrie. I hadn't seen Carrie in
years,
man. I said, yeah, man, Carrie was there. It was just, and you know how it is. Everybody's life takes them in different directions.
Of course.
And you lose contact. But what I've always appreciated that we've always looked at each other as brothers, and we always call each other that, and so we stay connected.
Exactly.
Appreciate you blessing me with your presence,
man. Thank you, man. Thank you for having me, man. Awesome show, man. Hey, that backdrop a beast back there, man.
Hey. You know what? Hey, when you finish doing what you're doing, with the new album, I would love to get you, Big Les, and also Najee, on together, and just have a discussion of just about music. The choreography, since that's what she does.
Right.
Just have a talk or have a discussion. I'd love to get you on something like that.
Man, I would love to, man. Hey, man, all you gotta do is call me. Oh, that's no problem.
Man. I'll once y'all finish doing what y'all got to do with this album, and much success with this.
Thank you, man.
Stay blessed. Stay safe out there, man. The social
distance. Yes, got to.
Thank you for coming on Interruption, man.
Yes,
Peace.
sir. Love you, oh. Peace, baby.
Love you, man.
Always. Love you, man. Yes, sir.